a Barbie girl living in my Barbie world. I'm a Barbie girl living in my Barbie world. When my Ken's at, take me to the party world. Dress up time, let's party, girl. Dream house, dream spouse. This is everything.
Hey y'all, it's Kenny here. I'm back today, you guys, and I'm coming to y'all with something a little different today. A little different. I'm coming to y'all with a vlog. I had some things I need to take care of today. Definitely some business stuff. So I got a lot of questions. You know, Kenny, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I wanted to just give you all some tips on how to start your business, how to keep it going. I have the Barb Life, of course, and I have one assistant. So it's a lot of work, you know, and it can get exhausting. You know, I stay super busy. So I just wanted to give y'all some tips and then also take y'all along with me while I'm running my errand. So yeah, I'm going to run into Walmart right now because y'all, I got this stand in here and this shit wobbly as hell. Like it's wobbly. And I can't be talking to y'all. We can't be together on this if the camera's shaky. Like we can't do that. I'm about to run in there real quick and get that, and then I will see y'all soon. I'm getting ready to run and get me something to eat because I have not eaten anything all day. To be honest with you, I find myself doing that more often than I should. In order to be the best you and really maximize your energy and mind power, you gotta eat. Like, you gotta eat. That's number one. You gotta take care of you, otherwise ain't no point in you having no business because you're not taken care of. So I'm about to run and get something to eat real quick. But first and foremost, let's talk about these tips real quick. So my number one tip, make sure that whatever you go into business doing, that you have a legit passion for it. Please do not get into it thinking that this is a quick get rich, I'm gonna make, you know, millions, I'm about to be a girl boss. So, you know, whatever you're into, that's not going to happen. Nothing about this being an entrepreneur or being your own boss is easy. So please don't think that you just gonna get into it, you just gonna make these thousands and thousands upon thousands and be a millionaire. You got to put in the work. You gotta learn your craft. Whatever you decide to get into, make sure that it is your passion. That whatever you get into, that you think about long term in creating your own lane. What's the point of you doing the same thing that 100,000 other people are doing? What makes you different? What makes you unique? What makes you stand out? That would be my number one tip. Make sure you're passionate about it and make sure that you're thinking about how you're going to create your own lane. So I'm about to get me some Panda Express, y'all. I know it's a little greasy, but that's okay. I'm trying to get me a few extra vegetables. I could get something else, but this is exactly what I wanted today. So we about to get that today.
Hi, there's Panda Express. You want to try new Sensational chicken today? So you want to do one bowl for the side chop made for the entree compound?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay, and what else?
And that'll be all for me.
Any egg rolls, any drinks to go with that?
No, thank you. Y'all, I'm sorry if my lighting is off. Thank you. No, thank you, but thank you. Okay, y'all, so the first tip was figuring out your passion. Y'all had to write them down for y'all. So I make sure I didn't miss anything. The first thing is figuring out your passion and how you can create your own lane. The second one is create a plan of action. So that means basically, how do you plan on carrying out this grand idea that you have? Even if it's pea size, how do you plan on carrying that out and executing it the way that you want to? Because if you don't have a plan moving forward, your business, it's gonna be tough. You're gonna have setbacks that you didn't think about, and ultimately you could have avoided them by just planning. Hard lesson to learn. That's including your budget and figuring out how much you're gonna start with, how much you got to start with. You can start your business with $100, you know, depending on what your business is. Also, think about your logo. So a name, you know, what does your business represent? What do you want it to stand for? All of that is super duper important. Plan out your website. You know, which domain do you want to use? What's going to work great for your business? Is it going to be an e-commerce? What's going to coincide and definitely infuse with your business? What's going to make it be great? Like advertisement and stuff. Like, you need to plan all of those things out. If you don't, you'll find yourself all over the place and then trying to figure out how to get back to square one to start over. And you don't want to start over. When you get going, you don't want to start over. So if you can plan, I would plan. So the next thing that you all need to do is become legit. What I mean by that is register your business with the city or state. That is super important because you want to make sure that first, no one else has your name, and second, you know kind of where you want to move and how you want to move. If you want to do an LLC, of course you'll have to register that with your state. If you want to just do a sole proprietorship, that's different. So you want to make sure that you look up your local state regulations and your city regulations, and just make sure that you're registering properly. The last thing you want to do is be illegitimate, and then you got to close down your business. So you did all that work for Nathan. Make sure that you definitely go figure out how you want to move as far as LLC, a corporation, a sole proprietorship, and figure out how you need to register it and what you need to register with. I wasn't even trying to eat this whole bowl, but I'm hungry as hell. It helps my allergies. That's why I really like to get the Kung Pao chicken, but I'm so hungry. Fuck them allergies. So y'all, the next thing y'all want to do is make sure you
find vendors.
And this step is so important, y'all. It's so important. Not only do you want to find vendors, but you need to find backup vendors. And this is just my experience. Sometimes you can run across a really great vendor, but they have really poor communication. And so that can affect your business. For instance, as a small business, have a tiny business, you're just getting started. Say you don't have all of that product in stock. So you need to be able to communicate with your vendor, know how long your shipping times is gonna be. And if you contact a vendor and it take them 3 or 4 days to get back to you, your shipping time gonna have to be 10 to 15 business days. Because first you gotta order the product, wait till whatever they do to ship it out, and then you have to get it, quality check, and then ship it out. That's a lot. I mean, if you can avoid that, that would be great. So you want to make sure that when you assess what vendors you're going to keep, definitely look into communication. Make sure that you're very open with communication and different ways of communicating. Maybe sometimes you saying it doesn't resonate. Well, you sending a picture might resonate. Just make sure that you keep that communication ways open. Make sure that you have backups. It's always important to have backups. Maybe your vendor closes down. They're gone out of business. So what you gonna do next? Your business can't fail based off of somebody else's business. You have to always make sure that you got backups for your backups. You think about your vendors, think about quality, think about quality checks. Do they care about the product just as much as you do? If someone's sending you out a shitty product, then how are you supposed to sell that to your customers? They're going to be mad with you because you didn't take the time to quality check. You've paid for a product that you can't sell. So again, time and energy equals you lost money. So if you can hone it in until what vendors you're going to keep, then I would make sure that you have several and that you just don't have one for one particular thing. Y'all, I'm still hungry. I thought I was just gonna eat that little bit. I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna finish this whole bowl. It's so nice outside today. It is such a beautiful day today, and I would have hated to have to stay in all day and just be doing work inside instead of getting out and doing my work outside.
What you see is what you get.
All right, honey. Well, I done made it to my destination. I'm assuming you did as well. So.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
All right then. Well, I will holler at you soon.
All right.
Later. Just made it to one of my vendors and I'm going to go pick up some of my wig caps. Y'all, these are like the best wig caps I have used in a very long time. I know Q-Fit is one of those popular brands for making wigs, but I like this brand. I'm gonna show y'all once I pick them up, but I absolutely love them. They are also very affordable. I feel like they're versatile on larger heads and smaller heads. So yeah, I love these wig caps. So I'm just going to go pick those up. I bought them like three or 4 weeks ago and she was out of them. So I just bought extras because some vendors, y'all are gonna have to spend a certain amount. Like what's their MOQ, like minimum quantity order. minimum quantity order, or what is their minimum amount that you have to spend with the company. And so this particular one, I think it was like $50 or something. Some wig caps was gonna cost way more than $50. So I just ordered more because what I didn't want is for me to come back and then they gone. So I just wanted to make sure that I got them. I want to make sure that I get enough this time. So yeah, I'm about to go in and get them. So I did go ahead and pick up my mesh caps. Now I do like to get these wig caps. They are the DIY do-it-yourself series, and these are the dome style mesh wig caps. They're affordable and I absolutely love this brand. I just rarely buy Q-Fit anymore because I absolutely love these wig caps, and I get them in the dozens. And so I went and picked up 3 dozen today because I was completely out. I definitely needed to pick up some more, so I'll probably pick up some more in like the next 3 weeks. I have to pull out my notebook now. My next tip is create a team and delegate duties. I do have a hard time trusting people and just deciding on who can see what as far as emails and stuff like that. If you're thinking about hiring a digital assistant or things of that nature, you just gotta be able to figure out what you can delegate and trust certain people with. Not saying they're untrustworthy, but say for instance you decide that you want to hire your cousin. Well, if your cousin doesn't do great email responses, why would you, or I don't want to say hire, but ask them to help you out with emails? Maybe their strongest point is packing and shipping. Hire them to pack and ship, and maybe you can't afford to pay them. That's cool. Buy them dinner. Say, hey, I can't afford to pay you this go round, but I'm gonna pick up a pizza, I'm gonna get us a 2-liter or sodas, whatever, pop, whatever. And yeah, y'all, I thought somebody was about to hit me, honey. But tell them, hey, I'll buy you dinner, and people appreciate that. They appreciate that you appreciate their time is money. So you never want to give the impression that you don't care or value their time. Like I said, delegate certain duties to certain people. Maybe your mom's really good at ordering. You don't have time to order because you're also working your job. You say, hey, can you order ... for me? And maybe that's what she's good at. Figure out what you, your friends, your family, digital assistant, whatever you can afford for your budget, you need to figure out how that works for your business. How does that business structure work for you? Now, as an entrepreneur, you may wear many hats when you first start. You might be, your customer service, honey, marketing manager, accountant, your regular worker, your own graphic designer, shipping and handling department. Like, you wear so many hats initially. Maybe that's all you got. You figure it out, you delegate, what you can do, and you move on from there. Next, y'all, I have create realistic goals. That's as far as projections, sales, following on social media. We are so real with our friends, right? Real, like realer than real. But sometimes I believe, this is my personal opinion, that we are not as real with ourselves. So think of your business as your baby/friend. This is something that you don't want to put out into the world without being prepared. But then also you want to make sure that you as real with you as you can be. When it comes to realistic goals, say to yourself, I plan on making $500 this month. Say for your first month, you're like, hey, I want to make $500. Well, you need to figure out what it's going to take to make $500. You need to write down how many products or services you have to offer in order to accumulate those funds. And is that $500 in revenue, or is that $500 in profit? It's super important for you to make these realistic goals and plan them out accordingly. If you don't, and you see just money coming in, is that what your expectations were? Did you exceed your expectations, or did you think you exceeded your expectations. When it comes to social media, maybe you have 200 followers now and you want to make 500 by the end of the month. Well, what is it going to take in order for you to get 500 followers? Maybe you run a giveaway, a sale. Maybe you tell all your friends and family, share this post, share this post. What is it going to take in order for you to achieve that goal? And is it realistic?
Barbie girl living in my Barbie world. I'm a Barbie girl living in my Barbie world. When my Ken's at, take me to the party world. Dress up time, let's party girl. Dream house.